Good morning. My name is Thomas Warden. This is the Morning Motivation. We are the entrepreneurs from across the world that come in here every day to bring you some better energy, some better vibrations, to be able to kickstart your day, to show you how you can fill your cup up first right here before you can go out into that world of society to deal with the things that you're going to have to deal with today, the situations, the people, the work, the job, kids, children, whatever it is. We're going to get you better prepared right here before you walk out of that bedroom and out of that bathroom and go into your house to actually communicate and connect with your family and your friends and loved ones. All right. So what do we do every day? We get up and we sit beside the bed and we say thank you for everything that we have, the blankets, the roof, the clothes, all of that. Then when we go outside and to that bathroom and we're brushing our teeth and we're looking in the mirror, we say, I love you. I love you. I love you. However many times you need to say it until you can actually feel it within your heart. And then when you start feeling within your heart, and then you said, thank you for everything in the bedroom, for what you have in your now time-space reality, the universe is ready to bring you what you need. So today I wanted to talk about just that part right there, filling up your cup. And there's many times throughout the day after you filled it up right there, then you're going to go out into the world and then you're going to have a smile on your face and people are going to want to know why. People are going to know, what are you doing to make yourself look even better each day? Why you keep looking so much younger, even though you're getting older? No, I'm not. I am getting younger because I have learned how to take this heart and what I have done to the inside of my body and what I've fed this mind with and how it has shifted my process, my energy, and got my life wheel into a better balance. And now that I have figured out the better flow of my life wheel, then I know each day, no matter what, once I take another drink, I'm going to get younger and younger. Why? Because that is what we're doing to shift our lives and our energy. We've found something that we are passionate about. We've found something that we know that has worked, and we have been in the places that we know the things that don't work within our life. Being in the darkness and knowing that, I didn't go nowhere. The negativity brought me nothing. It did nothing but suck me and my energy and my life and made me look like almost a little rag doll that had beaten and torn and thrown over, thrown in the mud puddle, back in the washing machine dryer, come out I looked like a rag doll. I was so drained of energy. But once I found out my better energy in my life in that process, and then I started shifting the way I thought about it, and I started putting, I'm not feeling good today? Why am I not feeling good today? I want to get over here in this happy state. How do I need to get into that happy state? So I had to start breaking down a lot of things within my life to get me towards that. So every day, what did I find? The positive energy, positive thoughts, the positive mindset, and then writing down those positive things that made me happy. Then the darkness started moving away because I found out it overpowered it. The negative works 24 hours. It will try everything it can to bring you back down to it. But yet, once you get into that vibration up here, you never have to feel that negative vibration again. Work yourself up each day. You have been beaten, tattered, torn, reprogrammed, zombified, TV-fied, whatever you want to call that kind of life of living in front of that TV all the time, them soap operas, them sitcoms, them commercials. Have a Coke and a smile, Oh, you need to go here. Oh, you need this car. Oh, you need to wear these kind of clothes. You got to have this kind of body. No. Be you, be the authentic you, and do not listen to the propaganda that they're pushing out there for you to go and buy things that you do not really need within your life. We talked about it last night within our 6 Weeks to Abundance group. How much do you really need to make you happy on a monthly basis? Extra 30,000 would be great. Yes. But are you in that area yet? Are you in that frequency of that 30,000 yet? No. Because if your mindset is not here yet, and on that 30,000 here, and your mindset's here, it doesn't connect, does it? So what do you need to think about? Would it be an extra 20,000 would be good? No, you're still not in that frequency. Would an extra 10,000 be good? No, still not in that frequency. So an extra 5,000. Oh, well, now you're talking. So if you could make an extra 5,000 and that's in your frequency range, guess what? It will come to you because that's the mindset you're in. So once you start working yourself and rising up each day a little bit more and a little bit more, then you will find you will get yourself in the mindset of what you actually need. And the universe will bring you what you truly need at that time frame of that you're ready to receive. Because if you're not ready to receive that amount of money, that's not going to come. So we have to get ourselves in alignment through everything that we're doing. Because many of us, I was one of them, my children was my core energy. I would work, and then everything else, my time frame off, it was with him. I spent my energy with him, everything I did with him, because I knew that it was going to be a time frame. It was just like me at 18. I was bouncing. I was gone. I knew he was going to as well. So I wanted to make sure I had a better bond with him, and he didn't want to just bounce like I did. I didn't have a bond with my father. So I made that bond, and now I have a real good one. He's 25 years of age. So I have a good relationship with my son, and that's what I wanted. But at first, when he, went out and started doing his little thing, it's like, okay, what am I going to do? He's going to school. He's got his friends. Well, okay. So it started like empty nest syndrome. And some of us get us because we all put our energy towards our kids for so long. We forget about what we want to do, where we wanted to go. What was our dreams that we wanted to do within life? But now that we know our body is broken down just a little bit more, we don't feel that we're worthy enough to go after some of the things that we wanted to do, because we're not filling up our cup with that love within here anymore, because we gave it away. So now turn around each morning and start doing the things that we're telling you right here to say, I love you to yourself. Start filling your cup up. And then now when you get ready to go outside that door, you're ready for that day, and you're ready to be able to give that smile away. And you're ready to be able to give the love away, because you have enough. You can give it out. So fill yourself up first, guys, each day, and know that you are going to have an awesome day no matter what happens, what situation comes, no matter what anybody says. You are going to have a good day because you've given it the intentions for it. It's a good day to have a good day? Yes. All right. Brother Julio, we're going to pass this on to JJ right quick. He had a story.
Go ahead, dude.
He wanted to bring this in, had something he wanted to bring in this morning. So, JJ, go ahead and go out with your story.
Morning, kids. Who do you? Hey, we're going to have Sergeant Julio in the house in the future, not just Dr. Julio. We're going to have Sergeant Julio. Hell, this guy's going to wear so dang many hats here soon. We won't know what to call him. I love it, though. I've been referring to you as Doc. Hey, Doc, what's going on, buddy? Anyway, I had to throw that in there real quick. As you guys probably know, you've seen me in here talking about how this has changed my life, because it really and truly has. And yesterday I got some actual tangible proof that it has changed my life that came from somebody else, and that tangible proof actually came from the most important thing in my life, and that's my sweetie, my little red woman, she's my angel. And yesterday we because she's kind of funny. She does things like this. She comes in the other day. It was on Sunday, I think it was. She comes downstairs. I'm down here in my office, and she comes in and she says, "Sweetie, look, I got us an early anniversary present." Because she's got this real squeaky, high-pitched voice that I can't hear. I have a doctor's notice, too, that says I can't hear my wife's voice. That's another funny story. But anyway, so she comes down and tells me she's got us this early anniversary present. And our anniversary is in July on the 16th. But anyway, she opens it. It shows me what it is, and it's a water faucet, and it's one of those things that gets hooked up on people's sinks for an RO unit for reverse osmosis. And she's like, "I want you to put this in, And so I'm like, "Okay, great, another can of worms to open up, that kind of thing." Said, "Okay, yeah, that's fine." And so yesterday we went about the process of putting it in. And we gave Kong his own spring, his own waterfall to drink from. So he doesn't have to mess with our sink anymore. Yeah, it's so sweet, too. I highly recommend it to everybody to put one of those babies in and give Kong his own spring to drink from. But so anyway, I'm under the sink and doing the plumbing thing, and plumbing always drives me nuts. But reaching up in there trying to get this, you know, and I got to use one hand to get three things on the thread, right? And the little bolt that I'm trying to get on, it drops off and it drops right behind my shoulder right here. And I'm like, ah, dang, you know, so I get out of there and I start looking around for it. And where is it? It's gone. I mean, it's like, what the heck? We're under the sink here. And there's this little teeny hole where the things come up from underneath. There's this little itty bitty teeny little hole. And I'll be danged if that little nut didn't go into that hole and drop down underneath the freaking cabinet. And I just started giggling about it. And we ended up teaming up on it. We have one of those little things that's got a little claw on the end of it that you can squeeze and you can grab things that are down in little areas and that kind of stuff. And so we teamed up on it with a flashlight, and we ended up fishing that little bugger out of there. But when it was all said and done, my sweetie said to me, she said, that's amazing, sweetie. You know, in the past, you would have started screaming and yelling and bitching and moaning and dropping F-bombs and all kinds of things if that happened. And she said, I'm so proud of you that you didn't get mad. And I didn't. I just giggled about it because we had several crazy things that happened. Because like I say, every time you go into a plumbing project, it opens up this giant can of worms. It ends up, you know, causing all kinds of stuff. You know, like I ended up tweaking the drain on my sink. So I got to pull my sink apart now and fix that, you know. And I have such a different attitude now when it comes to the little things. And, you know, these little things that I always used to get pissed off about, I don't get pissed off about those things anymore. I laugh at them. I giggle about them. And I go about the process of solving the problem and fixing the problem and whatever. You know, my concept of there are no problems, there are only solutions has really been just incredibly amplified from being in here. And so, you know, we talk about all the time how this place changes your life if you get in here and you do it on a consistent basis. But it's really fulfilling to have it come from somebody other than yourself, you know. And having my wife tell me that yesterday was just something that I told her. You know, I said, I told you, honey, I'm really working hard on changing myself. I'm really, you know, that's what you just saw today is a direct effect of the fact that I've been getting up every morning, whether I'm tired or not, whether I'm sleeping good or not, regardless of anything. I've been getting up 7 days a week for the last 4.5 months, with the exception of that little time period I was down there in Tucson. But yeah, and I'm working really hard at changing myself, honey. I'm really working hard at it. And she was like, I'm so happy. And it, you know, that was so cool because in the past you would have just exploded that little nut went down into that little hole of all places. And, you know, so everything has changed so drastically. And the only thing that hasn't changed is my hair. Love you guys.
Good job, Warden.
With you today. I know you're jealous, Julio.
Thank you for all that. That was an awesome story. And then, yes, it does take daily practice. We talk about shifting of habits. So he shifted a habit of his energy and the thought process before he got out, and then the nut wasn't there. Instead of the reaction of wanting to rip the cabinet apart and, you know, having the crowbar and, you know, everything else going, and a little sledgehammer for just a little bitty nut, you know. That little bitty nut right there probably could have caused so much more havoc if it would have been the old state, because sledgehammer would have been new kitchen cabinets, new kitchen sink, new all to go get that little nut. And it's like, okay, we'll have to put a whole new kitchen together for that one faucet Mama got for the anniversary. But, you know, so that's what she thought was going to happen probably. Hey, if I get this thing, it's all complicated to put together, he's going to rip up my kitchen. I'll get a new kitchen for our anniversary. But yet he was too calm and calmly got that nut out, so she doesn't get the whole new kitchen for her anniversary. I seen her tactic. I know women. Yeah. Yo, I want something new. Let's get it to where he's going to blow up and tear the kitchen apart, and I'll get a new kitchen. I love it. So it's stories like that. And we've been getting them daily, every day. And like I said, this community of everybody that's coming in here collectively and sharing and bringing out the energies, your stories, somebody can resonate to. Somebody could feel it that's catching this on the replays. Somebody who's catching the recordings. Your messages and your stories of the energies of what you were doing and what you were going through and now what you're doing instead right there, that story right there will resonate with so many people, you know? So because I remember many bullies that I have seen in my lifetime come to work with, for me, and they were bullies. I'm talking just mean, just nasty attitude people. But yet then when they come and chat with me for a little while and started changing their thought process, and then I get phone calls from their wives and saying, I don't know what you did to my husband, but I have a teddy bear now. Thank you for bringing the inside out. I knew it was in there, but yet, and most of the time it was stress from work. Stress from lack of not being able to provide what he truly had in his head, that the lifestyle he thought he would be at. But yet when you get a jobby job, then you get a wife, then you get kids, and then all kinds of stuff starts stacking up. Well, those dreams that you had for your life where you thought you would be sometimes doesn't match. And we get kind of down on ourselves thinking we're not worthy enough because we are not where we think we need to be. And just remember, where you're at now is right where you need to be. When you show up at a location, you're right on time. Do not rush. If you're late for work, just know you're already late. Why put yourself in more danger or anybody else that's with you or around you in more danger by putting the foot to the floor to think I need to get there in a time speed manner? And I got to go 60 instead of 50. It's a 45 zone, but I'm doing 70. I hope I don't get caught. Those split moments right there could shift your whole life into a whole different direction, period. So just know, when you get where you're going, when you get there, you're right on time. I love the Jimmy Buffett song where he talks about now. That's it. My watch does not have a time, doesn't have arms, second hands, no seconds, no nothing on it. Why? Because I'm right on time. That's it. So live your life for you each day. Go ahead, Brother Hooley. I'm going to let you rock it out for a little while.
Well, to piggyback off that concept, what are we talking about here? We're talking about fruits. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about fruits. When you begin to make this change, you can begin to put a lot of the things we speak about every single morning into practice. You'll begin to see fruits of that. This is a principle. These are laws that we're speaking of, sowing and reaping. JJ for many years, he tells us, we know his story. He's, sown seeds in different forms of seeds, and that's what he reaped. Well, he speaks about it all the time. We all speak about it, how coming on here for a month, 2 months, 2 weeks, 2 days even has changed. We all come on here and you begin to see the power of positivity. You begin to see the ripple effect, the ripple movement of this. If you're sowing continuously in a positive way, if you're sowing and continuously putting seeds in they're going to produce fruit. I say it all the time. This is good ground here this morning. This is our morning motivation is good ground, ladies and gentlemen. It is. So if you're practicing these principles, if you're practicing the power of positivity, if you're practicing the power of gratitude, if you're putting this into practice on a daily basis, you're going to begin to see the fruits of what you're putting into this good ground. You begin to see, and every single day, what are we doing? We're showing you a different way on how to water that thing, on how to shine some sunlight on that thing, on how to nurture that thing, on how to take care of that thing. Plain and simple. That's all we're talking about here. If you don't take care, if you go and you plant a seed, but you don't apply any water, and you don't ever put that seed in sunlight, you don't give that seed in itself any form of nurturing, it might not ever sprout out of the ground. But every single morning you come here, every single morning you get plugged in, whether you're watching the replay or whether you're coming on here and you're watching it live, or whatever the case is, you're catching it on YouTube, whatever. You come on here every morning, you're getting plugged, you're putting these things into practice. You're going to begin to see fruits. You're going to begin to see the fruits of manifesting themselves. You're going to begin to see the fruits of you putting this positivity into practice. You're going to begin to see the fruits of you applying the law of attraction to you're going to begin to see the fruits of you changing and altering that. You know, you want to ask a man who he really is. You want to find out a man who he really is. Ask his wife. She'll tell you. She'll tell you all the dirt. She'll tell you that man is full of shit, or she'll tell you, he is who he says he is. You know, he's a faker, he's a phony, or he is who he says he is. That woman will tell you the reality of it is. So you hear right there out of JJ's mouth, his wife seeing something different, a reaction, characteristic, his behavior. She's seeing the change within him. It's not just him speaking about it, but him giving testimony, giving his wife isn't on here speaking. So he's speaking for her, but that you're seeing the fruits of that. So as you begin to pull all of these things into practice, guys, you're going to see the fruits. You're going to see the fruits. We weren't recording earlier, but I got presented an opportunity just yesterday. And in that opportunity, I've been practicing the spirit of expectancy every single day in one way or another. Now, I have no idea which avenue it's going to come through, and that's okay. It's not me to worry or be concerned about which avenue it's going to. But if you're continuously practicing an expectancy to be blessed, as you continuously expecting and practicing for people to come to you, to approach you, whether it be your business or other, then that's what's going to come about. But you have to align yourself and put these things into practice. So you do that. That's where the change takes place by doing that. That's where that switching takes place. You could have all the facts. Knowledge is great, guys. Knowledge is great to have. But if you're not applying that knowledge, is it really wisdom? Are you really wise? It's not enough to just know. So I know, for example, let's go back 20 years. Let's say that Apple stock is going to be where it is right now. That Apple is going to be everywhere. That Apple is going to, that. Is it enough for me to just know? Or would I be wise if I take out all my freaking life savings and I go sell some stuff, or I go do this and I go all in and invest to the T, because I already know that the stock is going to be what it is in the year 2019. Don't get me wrong. That's like telling the future and stuff like that. Well, how did you know? But I'm just saying, if you knew that, is it enough to just know that their stock would blow up? Is it enough to just know that they would be leading the game when it comes to cell phones and computers and leading the forefront when it comes to different many forms of technology and how things are changing and transitioning? Is it enough to just know? Or knowing is not enough? You have to invest. You have to put your money where your mouth is. It's the exact same principle. You could apply that. It's not enough to know that you should be taking your woman on a date. You have to actually take her out on a date and have a date night. It's not enough to know that you should be spending quality time with your kids. You actually have to sit there and spend some quality time with your kids, do some homework with them. Knowing is great. It's fantastic, but you have to put some action behind it. Faith without works is dead. The word says, you have to put these things into practice. And when you begin to put them into practice, you begin to see the fruits. And when they flourish, it's a beautiful thing, guys. But it's up to you. You've got to do it.
And reading over here in the comments, Jim was saying the best part of this, community is the business. Everyone realizes that we're already rich and all, in our lives. And feel it with true abundance, then everything else flows. So, everything that we're talking about, that's, they're over here talking about it in the chat sections. So, with Jan and Rachel, and I was talking about the vibrations and being in alignment of that. And then, Rachel saying the community, love the support and everyone. Shannon said if it wouldn't have been for, everybody here and then, keeping her motivated and pushing her and going forward, she wouldn't have stayed, true and going. And I hear that story all the time from people, saying if it wouldn't have been for you and you're, motivating and keeping us, amped up, I probably would have dropped out, because I just want everybody to know that you have been working on you for all these years already, and you're rewiring it. It's not going to happen overnight. So that's why we started the morning motivation, because it is a day-to-day process. It is a few new words to yourself each day. It is a few new habits shifting each day. So that is why we started this. and to see the people that are coming in here and the people, the energy, the community, the love and the support. Because Rachel said it in here, I had never seen it either. I worked in the corporate world and the government world. They never wanted me to rise up into the corporate world, even though I had a little bit more knowledge and a whole lot more certificates hanging on my wall. And I was, could actually take their job at any time. But yet, if I put my finger on that wrong, guess what? I had 2 or 3 people up there, trying to step on my finger, saying, no, 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 no. You're going to have to wait till I die or retire, is what I kept hearing. And it's like, really? You don't want people in your organization to come up so they can, you can nourish them and they can know how to keep your business flowing with good money, and your investments keep getting bigger and bigger. But yet, so I didn't understand it. But with this community, when I got into all of this was the support I got at the beginning, but we were a small knit group. But now that we have grown over the past couple of years, all of our businesses, all of our organizations, all of us have started bringing people in. And then guess what? They needed a place to go. They needed a place to be able to go and know that they weren't being judged or being talked about of what they were doing or how they were saying it, this, that, and the other. You're coming here just to get information. If you talk, cool. If you don't, cool. If you're here to just listen and get the inspiration, awesome. Now implement some of the stuff that we're talking about then. Do the things and the works that is being talked about, and then that way you can see how we have shifted our lives, and you will feel the understanding now. You'll be like, hey, I woke up and said I love you this morning like he said, and wow, it actually worked. I feel a little bit better today. I might have to try that again tomorrow. Oh, they talked about a pin trick if I'm sad or depressed at work and I'm not smiling anymore, but yet my brain needs to think I'm smiling. So what do? Put a pin in your mouth. So what is happening now? These muscles are shooting a wire up here and telling the brain that we are in a happy mode. So what is your brain going to do? It's going to bring you to your happy state. Now, what are we talking about happy state? We talked about it last night in our 6 Weeks to Abundance group. Happy state. You're sitting on the beach. You're sitting on the mountainside. You have hiked up and, snowboarding or whatever you do, or you're skiing out on the lake. What is your happy place that makes you smile to where you're sitting back with your little Mai Tai or whatever, or a little hot cup of coffee, whatever it is. You're enjoying the sunset. What is that happy place that's in your head? So now when you put that pen in your mouth, you think of that location, and now you have double wired with a show. All right. So now you've put your muscles, think you're thinking, and now you're thinking of your happy place. So now your body gets a different emotion, a different flow of energy that goes through it. And now it's like, you know what? I can handle this day no matter what. Thank you, Thomas, because every time you put your pen in your mouth and you start smiling from here on out, the rest of your life, you're going to say Thomas Warden. My name is getting flowed. You know what? How do legends last forever? By the stories they tell. Right? By the music they write. Didn't know it, but Julio used to be a DJ, right? Got a little rapping up in him. Guess what's going to happen next time we get to sit down? We're going to start making some songs for the morning motivation. So that way when you get off of here, you're going to have that little tune in the back of your head because you're going to hear it playing. And then that's going to be tapping in your toe all day. And then you're going to be, oh, man, right?
Don't play. Your boy got skills. Your boy got skills.
Because that's all we want is we want a higher energy, a higher vibration, a higher thought process by you. Not thinking in the lack of anymore. Just know that you are already full of abundance with inside and with your life and everything that you have gotten yourself to the place where you're at. I said it last night. If you could plan your life as good as you plan a vacation, because most people, how many days do they get off of work? 4 to 7. And then they kind of match that with a long weekend holiday. So they got about a 7-day vacation. Right? You're stressed the day of you travel there. Then when you get there, that's, it's about 3 days, 4 days, maybe you're comfortable. Living life, happy life, waking up every day, not worrying about anything. Right. And then you stress out again for the last couple of days because, oh man, I got to go back and I got to deal with people. I got to deal with work again. I got to deal with whatever work is. But yet most people have to plan a vacation because they only know they're getting this time frame off. So they got to plan it early so somebody else doesn't get that time slot within your company. So right? So you plan that vacation, you sit down with your wife, your loved ones. Okay, we want to do this excursion. We want to go here. We want to be able to see this. And then we got to make sure that we go and eat and try this food, that excitement, right? Now, that whole time frame waiting until that vacation's coming, and you amped up with your energy the closer it gets, right? The closer it gets, and all right, I leave here today. We're getting on the plane tomorrow. We're out of here. Woohoo! I ain't got to deal with you suckers for a week. I'll see y'all back later. And then you're jumping out of there and you're running to the truck, driving home like a bat out of crazy, right? And then you get to the house and you're throwing things all in the suitcase, and I don't need much. We're going to the island, so just give me a pair of short flip-flops and a tank top. We're good to go, So I got all I need is a little bag. So you ain't got to worry about they're not going to lose my luggage on this vacation, because last time you went, you brought all kinds of stuff that you didn't need, and they lost one of them. And it was the one that you truly needed, so that's how it happens. But you have that excitement of that setting and that planning in that time frame to get ready. Now, I want you to take that same excitement and start planning your life. Plan your life as good as you did that vacation time frame. Have as much excitement for that next 6 months of what goal that you're wanting to accomplish. You've written it down. You know what you want to do. You know what you need to do to head towards there. What do you need to do each day, a little by little, to accomplish that goal within a 6-month period? That's a lot of time, people. That's a lot of energy that you can put towards something and move yourself doing something a little bit each day to get to something that you want to accomplish. Now, if it's a 30-day goal, then you might need to put a little bit more time each day to get yourself to there if you run it down to a 30-day goal. But set a goal and now have that same excitement for that goal of where you want your life to be. Where does it want to be next year at the same time frame? Where do you want your business to be? Where do you want you to be? What are you moving towards? Shannon knows that she wants a new house. Eventually, she's going to put a goal on the date that she wants to accomplish. Once she finds that piece of property, then guess what comes next? Her finding the contractor that can build that house, because she's already got the plan. Guys, here it is. This is what I want. This is what I want to look like on the outside. This is the type of roof that I want. She's already got that part laid out. So when she actually finds the piece of property, so the next step she knows will be contractor. Beep. So then that contractor is going to tell her, okay, it's going to take, she's going to tell him, I want this house done in this month, because a project starts, you got a starting date and an end date. And when you know that, and you can give that to the contractor, they know what they're working with. And if they don't allot their time and schedule their workers correctly, and they don't finish that on time, then that's when you can put your foot down on something else. Right? But she scheduled it. She knows it. She's visioned it. She sees it in her head. Her parents keep sending her, and then stepmom keeps sending her pictures of houses, and it's like, nope, nope, nope. Why? Because she's already envisioned what she wants. So why would you settle for anything else than more than what you want? If it's not right there at what I want or above, then I'm not settling for something that is not what I want. So why settle for things in God's life? If you want more, go for it. You're the one that's going to make it happen. Go ahead, Brother JJ.
Man, I love all of that. That is just great stuff. And but I need to back up just a little bit because of one of the comments on the live feed. My buddy Paul Nelson, he made a comment talking about that was stemming from you talking just a little bit ago about, you are where you are because that's where you're supposed to be at that time. So if you're late for work, you don't step on the gas and go 80 instead of 50 or whatever. You just get there when you get there, right? Well, Paul made a comment over here. He said, those are the ones that are stressing me out. I was rear-ended by a lady on her cell phone driving too fast. And, I wanted to basically comment on that back to Paul and say to Paul that, you're stressing out over that. Can you do anything about it? Paul, can you do anything about it? Is it within your control how fast some lady's going to drive or some guy's going to drive because they're late, because they're talking on their cell phone, because they're texting, whatever they're doing? Is there anything you can do about that? You need to ask yourself that question, Paul. Can you do anything about that? And if you can't, then there's no sense whatsoever in stressing out about it, buddy. That's just, you don't need to be stressing out about that kind of thing. Like we say in here all the time, tomorrow's gone, or yesterday's gone, tomorrow isn't guaranteed. So the only thing we have is today. And people don't have that kind of a mindset. They're too busy thinking about yesterday, and they're too busy worrying about tomorrow to actually live today. And, that's one of the big changes of mindset that I've had from being in here is I sort of understood that concept in the past, but, coming in here, the whole concept of winning the morning, if you win the morning, you win the day. And if you win the day, then you can live in the day. You can be in the day. You can produce in the day right now, here now, Paul. So don't stress out about things that you can't control. There is absolutely no sense in that whatsoever. You can't control how fast somebody else is going to drive. The only thing you can control is maybe keep a little eye on your rear view mirror, and you see somebody coming up fast on you, maybe you hit the gas a little bit or something like that, right? But don't be stressing out, buddy, about things that you can't control. That's what I just really wanted to address that to him because of his comment that.
Well, yeah, it's only going to increase your blood pressure, your cholesterol medicine, and everything else. That anxieties and now the things that you may not need in your life. And so it's a different outlook. We can only control what we have control of. I control this. I can't control anything else that any of these other people do right here. So, guys, it's been an awesome morning. Has anybody else got anything that they want to bring up about the message today before we send? Christy, you got something? Go ahead, baby. There you are.
Yeah. So good morning. I was thinking about something for the last couple of days, and you saw my little joke video, and I had said it was kind of a April 2nd joke. But I said that I couldn't joke people that I was pregnant at my age. They wouldn't believe it. And I was thinking about that because one of the biggest regrets I had was when I was 24, I actually, after my second child was born, sterilized myself, not really at full will. And it was always a big regret because I wanted to have like 12 kids. And so, very happy with the ones I have, very happy with my life, but it's always kind of this nagging thing. Or one friend even joked like I was spayed, and then it's like, this isn't funny. And so when you guys were talking about your message and coming in here every day and the things that we hear, the things that people say, last week I was thinking about, I'm like, I feel like with things like this, the people in my life, the water, a seed has been planted. And this sterile woman is now fertile, just not in the way I thought that it was supposed to be. And actually in a way that, quite frankly, maybe even better than I could have imagined. And so grateful for all you guys being a part of this. It's been a great part of my day. Planting seeds and feeding us and just see where the fruit, what will it'll bear. I'm totally excited for it, and hence my waking up this morning and just giggling at myself and having a great day. So thanks so much to you all. Much love. Appreciate it.
Much love. Thank you. Roger, you had something, brother?
Yes, I can relate to that, what JJ said, because I got cut off this morning too in a truck, and I'm running an automated truck, has all the collision control and things like that in it. So if you don't have the length of your truck in front of you, it will fire off the alarm at you. So I was driving the inside lane because the right lane was going slow, and then there was a guy behind me. He flashed him at his high beams, and then he passed me on the right side because they're always quicker than move, and I can move over. And then he got in front of me and hit the brakes on me. So then I got mad too, but I remember too, what's that for, that I got mad at him? That's just another obstacle to face and move on.
Yes, thank you for that. Awesome message. Patrick, you had something, brother?
Good morning, everyone. Yes, I do. I'll try to be brief, though, and I'm going to pull over. I just wanted to share with you guys. I think the message is crystal clear today. I love what Julio said. I discussed that in my video yesterday about practice. Every day, you wonderful people, is opening day to the game of your life. You can call it a game, or you can say, hey, this is my plan, and stick with the plan. Just quickly, I just seen a second miracle today, but the first one was a close friend of mine had a flat tire right in front of the church on my way driving. So I stopped and visited with them, told them about the water, so I'll be bringing some over. I said, I got here just in time, huh? Because they were loading the tire up. And I thought, well, I always stop and assist somebody. So while I was just waiting on a train, there's another fellow there, and he's having trouble getting the tire off. That's two people today in a row I just seen. And then another fellow was sitting and waiting on the train, gets out of his truck, goes over and gives it one good kick, some young buck, and he got that tire loose. So these are things like I think JJ mentioned, Paul. Can't wait to chat with you and maybe help you. But things you can't control, but I recommend everybody go out and get their tires rotated after the winter, because that's probably why everything is seizing up to the hub. So I just want to tell everybody I love you all so much, and it's a blessing to hear everybody's comments, and the message today is crystal clear. Spring is here, plant your seeds, and we'll harvest later on in this great season we're going to have. So much love to everyone. Thank you so much.
Much love to you. Thank you, Patrick, for the message there. Thank you, Christy. Thank you, Roger. You know, y'all's messages every day that y'all are bringing something back. Like I said earlier, your stories of what you're going through and what you are feeling when you come here and what you're bringing back. People are seeing it, people are hearing it, and people are connecting and resonating. There we go. That was the word I was looking for. People are resonating with what we're saying, and people are looking for more of this into the world. So if you share this out to your friends and your family, go to the Thomas Lee Warden YouTube channel, subscribe there, start going to some of the videos, click on the video. You can give it a thumbs up, and then you will also be able to comment at the bottom of them. So go give some love, go give some comments, go share this out to your friends and your family of people in life that may be going through something and need just a little uplift. Share the link out to people. Who knows what, when, where, and how it could touch and affect the world and make a ripple movement across this world. Because all we're doing is want to share our love, and we want everybody to know that you already have it within you. Quit trying to search for it. Quit trying to say, I'm finding myself. No, you already found yourself. You were born. Now, dive in deep and connect with what you were given right here. Connect with that heart. Connect with the love that was given to you by the parents, the love that was given to you by the God Almighty when you came into this world. Now take it, harness it, let that light shine. Bring that energy out to the world and know that you are a life enricher. You are somebody that has leadership skills within you already. You are somebody that has worthiness within you already. You are somebody that has the amazing awesomeness, supercalifragilistic inside of you. You're the unicorn. You are the genie. You're the one that has all the fart in the rainbows as you walk around. You know why? Because we are the ones that have the energy, that has the pixie dust. We are the ones that live the Lost Boy freedom style because we want our energy in life. We want our time freedom in life. We want our creativity to be able to not be hampered by anyone anymore. Take that creativity and let it move mountains, because you can do it. You have the power. So what do you want to do? Where do you want to go with it? I want to see the journey. Keep putting it out there on Facebook. Let me watch these soap operas, because I'd much rather watch these journeys of life shifting than I would of a soap opera of, I wish I had that kind of life. No. Y'all have that life. I want to see it. So put it out there on a day-to-day basis. Do those posts. Let people see what you've got going on. Let them feel your energies, because they're going to contact you at some shape, form, or fashion and say, I want some of that. How can I get it? All you have to do is message me or one of these faces that you see on here, because I promise you we will be able to assist you, guide you, and be able to mold you, or let you mold yourself with the things that you implement for you. All we're going to do is give you the tips and tricks and knowledge. Now it's up to you to take action and implementation for you. All right, guys, we're going to wrap this up with Miss Shannon. She is going to read us an affirmation to wrap us up this morning. And then we, like I said, love and appreciate everybody that has coming out today. Live feeds, thank y'all. That's putting out everywhere, and the people that are coming on there. If you have a moment and not driving, close your eyes. Listen to the words that she's about to tell us and grasp it and receive it. Go ahead, Shannon.
Good morning, everybody. Each day, I feel more powerful and capable. I am transforming into someone who can achieve anything. I am starting to feel more and more confident in my abilities. Others are beginning to notice my confident attitude. I believe I can achieve anything I want. Others see me as a highly capable person. I am a high achiever. I believe in myself completely. I am solution-driven. Every problem is a chance to grow. I am never alone in my pursuit of success. The universe supports me in expected and unexpected ways. I am open to meeting people and create positive and supportive relationships. Self-confidence is what I thrive on. Nothing is impossible and life is great. Life is beautiful and rewarding. I am an inspiration to others. You are the one you've been waiting for.
Amen. Thank you, everyone, for coming out today. You have a beautiful, blessed day. Keep the smiles up. Put the love within your heart. Then you can overflow it to the world. Love and appreciate you all. We'll see you tomorrow. Same Zoom link, same Zoom channel. Love and appreciate the day. Have a good one.